Hey everyone, it's Flack88. Welcome back to Operation Grimtide. This is 4.3, China. That's right. Combat arrows on the board. We are going to Maocon 3. That's right, with our basic intelligence, we're moving from 7 to 9. Very good. Which means things are going to happen this turn. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's go ahead and do some tech. We're going to do 2-6-10. AMD, long-range missiles, and chem. We are far from completing anything, but the Chinese chief scientists have been replaced. We'll see if he does any good. Okay, a little bit better. Still missed on... Yeah, the only thing we got was long-range missiles, which goes to stage 3. Of course, that couldn't have been... Yeah, whatever. From our 7, we're going to save 2. We're going to build 2 missile patrol boats with 3 IPP. Outstanding. All right, so we can now deploy our expeditionary forces, which we will do into Guangxi. And it's worth noting that I forgot about the Taiwan invasion force. Can you tell it's my first time playing China? Speaking of Taiwan, we are making a declaration of war against Taiwan. We will be taking the entirety of the Chinese Navy, which didn't do so well last turn, but we're going to throw it up against the entirety of the Taiwanese Navy. And if it succeeds, we will go ahead and move forward with a ground invasion with the 2 Marines, the 2 Airborne, the attack helicopter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because they can get here through here. Early gen fighters, a fighter, an air superiority fighter, and a medium bomber. So, let's start rolling some dice. We've got the Navy's placed. That kind of works. Okay. The Navies are placed. Up here we've got 5 missile patrol boats, 5 frigates, 2 SSKs, 2 destroyers, and a cruiser up against 3 missile patrol boats, 1 SSK, 2 destroyers, and 1 Lend-Lease nuclear attack sub. And the U.S. nuclear attack sub in P-28 decided to decline combat and will be watching from the sidelines. So, let's throw some dice. Starting at the top. I wonder if I can move this here. There we go. That's a little bit better. Now I can see a little bit of everything. That's nice. All right, so 5 dice, 5 missile patrol boats. Here we go. Here starts the opening shots. We're looking for 1s. That's a 7. That looks like a 1, but it's a 7. So no dice. All right. Frigates for 2, 2 or less. There's 1 hit. Very good. Very good. I'm just going to start a counter up here because everything else is covered with my dice tray. 2 SSKs for 3. And there is a 1 that does not get a target select. So I'll move this general hits to 2. 2 destroyers at 4. Outstanding. 2 general hits, but not target select, so 2 to 4. And lastly, our brand new shiny cruiser. Let's give him a 6 or less. That's a 9. All right, funny. All right, so we got 4 general hits. Casualty order is 3 missile patrol boats and SSK. So we'll start there. 3 missile patrol boats in defense at 2. And that's an 11, but we got a 2 here. And that is not a target select, but that is a general hit. And I'm just going to take them off. Tell you what, I'm just going to take them off as I go so I don't screw it up. All right, 1 SSK at 3. That's a 2, another missed patrol boat. 2 destroyers at 4. 5, 9. Get a different die here for tabletop. And an SSN rolls a 1. A stinking 1. Can you believe it? Ah! Well, that is going to target select the cruiser, but we'll take 1 hit on the cruiser. Ah. I need that to at least get a hit. My goodness, would be such a waste. Okay, so 4 hits to 4 hits. That was actually pretty balanced. All right, so on this patrol boats, SSK will come off. No, excuse me, 3 hits to 4 hits. So a little bit better for me. All right, so here we go. Round 2, missed patrol boats. 3 of them now. They all missed. All right, 5 new dice, excuse me. Frigates, 2 or less. That looks like a 2 in the camera, but it is in the corner. And integrity says roll it again, so we'll get these out. We'll roll that one again, looking for a 2 or less. That's a 4, so no dice. All right, 2 SSKs, looking for 3 or less. Outstanding, there's 2 hits. 2 destroyers, 4 or less. Double 11s, wow. All right, come on, cruiser. We're gonna give you a new die, looking for a 6 or less. Hey! He has made a hit. Very good. All right, so that is the last 3 naval units. All right, so let's speed it up. We'll go 2 and 1, destroyers, and the SSN. And that's a miss. We'll re-roll this destroyer at a 2, and that will get sub target select, which I would assume tabletop would want to take because it's a better casualty than a missile patrol boat. So we will lose 1 SSK. Okay, very good. All right, so Taiwanese Navy is done. I'm gonna put, where can we see this? Here we go. A damaged cruiser, 2 destroyers, an SSK, chip this guy out, 5 frigates, and 3 missile patrol boats on my Don't Tread on Me marker card. All right, so here we go into the defense. Let's see. All right, so we have an artillery, which gets first strike. So come over here, first strike 1 at 3. And the Spag gets first strike, and that goes in the SAM box, because it's just like a SAM, just no AMD. Oh my goodness. Light infantry 4 at 4. And a fighter will be doing ground combat. Can't see it. Over here. Alright. Alright, for my attacking force, I'll count it out for auditing purposes. That's the 2 fighters down here. Actually, that's not down here, that's just 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2, where's my gas tank dice? There we go, 1, 2. So they have 3 left. They're coming from an airbase. All right, so all the aircraft up here excuse me, the fighter and the early gen fighter are going to go 1, 2, 3. They're going to have 2 legs left. The aircraft here are going to go 1, 2, 3. They're also going to have 2 legs left. I'm not sure the movement on this 1, 2, 3. But I'm pretty sure he can make it back to Guangxi. Okay, helicopter will combat land. The airborne from an airbase 1 each. And then the Marines will load up on this amphib. And they do not surrender. Okay, let's go ahead and put that on the board. Just want to make sure I got the ranges right. Alright, so early gen fighters. We're going to go all air superiority. Because extra air superiority hits transfer to ground units. And we want to kill that fighter. Medium bomber. We're going to go regular combat with the medium bomber. Air superiority fighter is going to roll air superiority because that's all it can do. I just goofed up. You know what? Doesn't matter. I'm going to land them all in the same place. It'll be fine. Airborne. Where are my airborne? Airborne infantry. Airborne assault. Here we go. And my Marines. I'm going to bump my Marines. And I'm going to bump my airborne up to 4. I'm going to bump my Marines. They're going to stay here because they're going to get target selected. Very good. Okay. Attack helo at 6. Sorry guys, I'm fumbling through this. And this guy is just going to sit in the C zone with the rest of the Navy. Because that's all it can do. Okay. Alright, first off, we've got first strike from the defenders. Alright, so we got 1 artillery rolling a 3 or less. That's an 11, that's a miss. And we got the Spag rolling 3 at 2. 12, 4, 10. That is a miss, miss, miss. Okay. Can we see everything? Mostly. We're gonna try to get a nice setup again. There we go. That's not so bad. All right, rolling from left to right, no particular order. Let's start with the aircraft. So we got an air superiority fighter at 5. That's a miss. Fighter at a 6. That's a miss. 5 early gen fighters at 3. There is 1 hit. 1 hit. So the fighter will be hit via air superiority. That was a pretty rough opening. Let's get some new dice here. 2 Marines at 3. Very good. There's 1 hit. Okay, general hits. Hard to see. 2 airborne. Bumped up from the attack helicopter. There's another hit. General hits 2. Medium bomber at a 5. There's another hit. General hits 3. And attack helicopter rolls a 9 for a miss. So we got 3 general hits and an air superiority hit. Alright. So Spag will come down. Artillery is a hit. And the next hit will happen on an infantry. Okay. Alright, let's keep removing here. These are already fired, so I'm going to take them off to fit my dice tray. Alright, so we got 4 light infantry. This is where the rubber meets the road here, people. At 4. There is 1 hit. 1 hit. I will take an EGF. Take that off. And then lastly, we've got a fighter target select 1. Not a target select, but it is a hit. So we'll take another We're going to take another EGF. Okay. All right, so early gen fighters are going to move over here to 3. Your Superiority fighter has to retire. Regular fighter comes to 6. And we go to round 2. Round 2. All right, so we got 3 remaining infantry. Let's start from the right this time. Let's roll our fighter for 6. Attack helicopter for 6 is a hit. Okay. Medium bomber for 5 is a miss. 2 airborne for 4. There is 1 hit. And what do we got? 3 early gen fighters for 3. Nothing. And 2 Marines. Mixing up the dice. 2 Marines for 3. There is the hit. Outstanding. Alright, so let's roll the last defenders of Taiwan. 3 at 4. Oofta. 10-7-9. Big miss. Alright. That was pretty good. Just like to say, for those who question my not so sketchy attack, it worked out okay. Alright, well, I'm going to put this here to annotate my units in Taiwan. I need to get around them, my goodness. Alright, so Taiwan is worth 2. We're going to go up to, from 9 now to 11. Which actually puts us at DEFCON 2 now. Very nice. Wish we can get the money for DEFCON 2. Oh, we are. Haha. Okay, so 2 Marines survived. The 2 airborne survived. The 3 early gen fighters are going back to Guangxi, as well as the the medium bomber, the fighter, the air superiority fighter, and the attack helicopter has to land. Yep, it's gonna land in Taiwan, so there we go. All right, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, let's move some stuff. I have a couple movements to do. Just a few. Alright, so forces from southern Yunnan are going to move to Guangxi. The forces in Guangxi are going to move to Zhejiang. And the forces in Zhejiang are going to go up to Beijing. So, let's start with here. We're going to move the 2 infantry, field artillery, from Zhejiang to Beijing. 2 infantry from Guangxi, field artillery, next gen, up to Zhejiang, excuse me. Oh, there's a spag in there too. Okay. All right, so the 2 paramilitary, spag, field artillery to Guangxi. Southern Yunnan is now empty. Empty. Very nice. Okay. All right. Inner Mongolia's spag and paramilitary are gonna slide down to Beijing. Very nice. We don't want any sneaky Soviet attacks to catch me off guard here. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and play some units. Zoom in a little bit here, get a better shot. All right, so we're gonna put our 2 missile patrol boats in P-28. I'm just gonna put them right on the card. Puts me back up to 5 missile patrol boats. And we are going to take the light infantry out of our Taiwan invasion box that we didn't use and put him in Guangxi. So I'm pretty sure that's where that has to go. But that's where I want to put him anyway, so that's where he's going to be. Okay, very good. What else should I move? I think we are also going to take the 2 early gen fighters out of Eastern Xinjiang. I'm going to call these all the same things, my goodness. From here to Beijing. 1, 2. All right. Yeah. Now, one last final decision. Sorry while I sit here and think. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. All right, so we spent 3, we saved 4, and we're gonna collect 11. 11. We're not at war with major powers, so we don't get any major or wartime bonuses, but we will collect our 11, which gets us up to 15 cash on hand. Very nice. Okay. All right. That was successful. This is Flak88. This is Grim Tide. And this is 4.3. Thank you guys for watching.